Hi. Hi. Oh, thanks. Yeah, you're a good boy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. Today I have something really exciting for you guys, and that is me vlogging getting pregnant. Well, okay. I need to be careful how I word this. I vlogged the entire thought process of me going, I think I might be pregnant. It's all G-rated stuff, I promise. Wow, I feel awkward. So my husband and I were intending to get pregnant, so we were very excited when we did. So I'm gonna dive right in, but I just wanted to make a really quick note. This is something I've kind of talked about a little bit, but I actually had a miscarriage before this pregnancy. I was only about 5.5 weeks, so it was most likely a chemical pregnancy. Guys, hey. But I just want you to be aware that in this video, I do talk a little bit about my miscarriage. Oh my goodness, guys, hey, come here. No, thank you. You are being very rude. Thank you. So trigger warning if talking about miscarriage upsets you. I actually did vlog my entire first pregnancy as well because I was very excited, and I intended to do a similar thing to what this video is, but obviously that pregnancy did not make it. So that's something I'm decently comfortable talking about. Obviously it was a really awful and traumatic experience, but at the same time, if that pregnancy had continued, I would not have my current little guy, which I am very excited about. So obviously that was all part of God's plan. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little disclaimer before we jump into the video that I will be talking about my miscarriage, but just a little bit, just a teeny little bit. But most of it is all really happy, fun, good things. So without further ado, let's dive into the video. So it is a couple days before what would be the period after my miscarriage, and I'm wondering if I might be pregnant again. So just like last time, my Whoop score, which if you didn't watch my other video, I'm probably going to split the video about the miscarriage and then the video about when I actually am pregnant into 2 separate videos. So if you didn't already see that, I basically have this Whoop tracker that literally looks like a house arrest bracelet or something. I get comments on it all the time, like, are you under house arrest? Like, what is that? It basically just tracks my strain and my recovery. So since I do CrossFit, it's really cool to see like how far I pushed my body, how recovered I am. Like, it tells me when I need to rest, blah blah. And when I was pregnant last time, my recovery score tanked for like a week and a half, if not like 2 weeks, around the time of what would have been conception. And my recovery score is really low right now, and it's like a week or so after I should have ovulated. So we'll see. This time around, I'm not gonna test as soon as I can. I tested like the day I was able to last time, and I ended up having a chemical pregnancy. So it did not, something was wrong. It did not implant, or there was something wrong genetically with the baby, or something like that. So I don't want to deal with that again, because I knew I was pretty confident I was pregnant for about 2 to 3 weeks. But then I knew that I was pregnant for a week before I lost the pregnancy. And I really don't want to do that again. So the effect of the pregnancy and losing it was essentially a really different and very late period. So I am just not going to test. Like, I can have all the inklings that I want, but I'm going to wait until I would be about like 6 to 7 weeks along to test instead of 4 to 5 like last time. Just, you know, I want to have like really truly missed a period before I test anything, just because I really don't want to go through that again. And obviously that's not going to be foolproof. Like, it's not like, oh, okay, after like a week after your period, if you're still pregnant, then woohoo, you're good to go. Like, obviously that's not the case. but my doctor did say, like, I'm very young. I'm 24 years old. I'm in relatively good physical shape. I really, like, my family history, like, my mom has always said we get pregnant by blinking our eyes. So my family history, as far as, like, conception goes, is very, very positive. So I know that my mom had a miscarriage before me. I'm the firstborn in my family, and my parents took their honeymoon 6 months after their wedding, and by the time they went on their honeymoon, they were already pregnant with me. So my mom had already had a miscarriage and then conceived with me and was several months along with me in the first 6 months of marriage. And my mom was like 30 at the time, I believe, like late 20s, very early 30s at the time. So I'm even younger than she was when she conceived me, and she had time to have a miscarriage and then be several months along with me within the first 6 months of marriage. And I don't know how far along her miscarriage was. So, I don't know, guys. I'm trying not to get too excited about anything because on one hand, I am incredibly run down at the moment. Like, it has been a couple weeks. I thought someone was at the door. A couple weeks, more like a month from hell. It's been the worst month ever. It's been really rough. So it is entirely possible that between that, getting back into working out after taking a week off after I had my miscarriage, it's possible I am just run down. I haven't been sleeping well, and I've been trying to wake up really early to get work done before CrossFit. It's entirely possible that my strain is really, or that my recovery is really low just because I am so run down. But I guess we'll find out. So I am kind of like, did I feel a little nauseous this morning, or nauseated this morning? But I'm also not trying to, like, I'm trying not to read into it too much because I tend to get really excited about things and then take them for granted, and then if I lose them, then I'm devastated. And that's exactly what happened last time. So I don't want to do that. But at the same time, like, in the event that I am pregnant, I also want to, like, know immediately so I can take advantage of every single second and enjoy every single second. So kind of a little like catch-22. Do I want to know immediately and risk losing it because it's so early again? Or do I want to hold off and be a little bit more sure, but then lose those first early weeks? Like, because, like, if you think about it, before we had all the technology to detect pregnancy so early, there were probably so many miscarriages that people didn't even realize they were having. They were just like, oh, weird, my period was late this week or this month, and so there was probably a lot less of that, like, having time to get attached at 3, 4, or 5 weeks because you didn't know, you couldn't know. So I don't know, but I'm trying to let myself be a little bit, like, hopeful, like, oh my gosh, look, for like the 4th day in a row my recovery is really low, wonder what could be going on, but at the same time being realistic about it. So all right, I guess we'll find out. So I am still, like, my recovery is still really bad, but I'm starting to feel like this morning I woke up and I felt just a little bit nauseated, and the same thing yesterday. And I can't tell if it's because I'm so freaking tired or if something else could be going on. And I feel like a freaking freight train has hit me. Like, I'm exhausted. It has been a really brutal week, and I have not been sleeping well, and I woke up a ton in the middle of the night. I think my Whoop said like 8 disturbances, so I woke up like 8 times during the night, and I woke up at 6:30, thought I was up for good, and ended up going back to sleep until like 8, and I only got to bed at like 11 or 12. So I got like 7 hours of sleep last night, I want to say, which normally if I get like 6 or 7 hours of sleep, like with 6 hours, I'm tired, but with 7 hours, I'm like good to go. And I got at least 7 hours last night, and I'm still just like, oh, I feel like I was hit by a freight train. And I'm not one to take naps, like, never. If I take a nap, I'm very sick, and you should probably be concerned. I'm actually going to go try to lay down in a bit here after I get some stuff done around the house and try to nap because, like I said, I'm beat, you guys. I'm exhausted. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying not to think too much about it, but a lot of these same signs, except for the tiredness. When I was pregnant the last time, I was not really tired. I just, like, couldn't sleep. I can fall asleep okay.
don't really stay asleep very well. But then like today, I'm so tired. So that's leading me to wonder if, yeah, so I don't know, but your girl's gonna go try to take a nap here pretty soon.
In bed and not even sorry about it because I'm tired. And also, for nostalgia reasons, I got the American Girl catalog delivered to me. So I'm reading that in bed because I'm a giant child who might be pregnant. That was weird. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap now. I feel like all of my clips start out with me doing like this, and that's just because I'm so freaking tired. It's currently 6:30 a.m. Steven is in the hospital. Yeah, and I woke up by myself with the dogs in the bed because they get to sleep in bed when he's not here, and I'm super freaking nauseated. I don't know what that means. Obviously, by the fact that I'm filming, I'm hoping I know what that means. But yeah. So Steven has rhabdomyolysis, which is essentially like CrossFitters call it Uncle Rhabdo because apparently it's decently common in the CrossFit community. It's essentially where you overwork your muscles to the point that they start to die. It's actually very serious because essentially what happens is like your muscles break down, and I don't know the entire like start of like end products, but basically myoglobin is floating around in your blood as far as I remember and understand, which is then really, really hard on your kidneys. Something about creatinine. I don't really remember everything, but essentially it can like take out your kidneys if you don't take care of it. So we thought he had a blood clot. His arm was killing him to the point that like in bed in the middle of the night, I accidentally nudged his arm and he woke up screaming. So then the next day, which was yesterday, Sunday, I was like, you know what? It might be a blood clot. Like it sounds like it potentially could be a blood clot. So we decided to take him in, tried to go to the Minute Clinic at CVS. They were like, we don't have the stuff, go to urgent care. So we went to urgent care. They were like, we don't have the stuff, go to the ER. So we went to the ER. They did an ultrasound, which came back clear, did blood work, and they were like, yeah, you got rhabdomyolysis, you're staying here tonight. So yeah, that is just like the cherry on top of the sundae of all the crap that's been happening lately. And I'm honestly feeling really discouraged. I'm feeling really down. I'm feeling really frustrated and angry and just confused. I don't know what to do. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. It's not ideal. They're just 2020 has been just the worst for everyone. I realize that, but at the same time, I feel like 2020 is kind of like setting its sights on us a little bit. So it's just not been good. But yeah, so I woke up this morning and all yesterday I was very nauseated, like more nauseated probably than I was when I was pregnant. And just like consistent throughout the day nausea. Not like the entire day, but like consistently throughout the day for decent periods, I would be nauseated. And Steven even like picked up on it. He's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I just feel kind of sick. And he's like, are you pregnant? And I was like, no, which obviously I don't know. And I'm not going to know. I think my period's supposed to start in like 5 days. So that's like 12 days, 12 to 14 days until I feel comfortable testing. We'll just call it 14 days. Next Monday, it'll be a week. But in the meantime, I have so much work to do. I'm way behind. I have a huge project I'm supposed to do for a client. I'm way behind. So, and I'm still trying to keep my regular schedule. Going to CrossFit this morning. That's in like 50 minutes. So I have work to get done in the meantime. So yeah, the stress is very high right now. Which even like in the ER, when I was there, like this man walks in and they're scanning him and asking him like the screening questions. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm positive for corona. And like, sir, you maybe should like, I don't know. Obviously he was at the ER to like take care of that, but it was just crazy to me. He was like, hey, would you mind stepping back several feet to me? And at first I was like, well, okay, like, dude, I don't have the Rona that I know of. I'm not going to give it to you. But then he's like, oh yeah, I have corona. So that's super fun. So now I'm like panicking, but no, it's fine. It's all gonna be fine. Right? yeah, it's gonna be fine. So I'm currently taking the dogs for a walk and thought I'd just do a little update. Period is supposed to start tomorrow and I feel completely normal right now. I'm having a little bit of cramping and I'm like so hungry, it's insane. But yeah, I don't, like this morning I wasn't really nauseated at all. I wasn't fatigued. My recovery is kind of back up to a more normal place. So I don't know, I guess we'll find out tomorrow or whenever my period actually starts. The doctor said it could be a little bit wonky after my miscarriage. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm pretty much feeling like no pregnancy symptoms at all, which I'm actually fine with, like more than I thought I would be. So yeah. Okay, so my period is officially 2 days late, and my Whoop score, so my fitness tracker that tracks like my health, my strain on my body, my recovery levels, my scores have been really, really horrible lately. However, there's a chance I was exposed to COVID. My CrossFit coach's wife ended up working with someone who was positive, but yet still came to work. Okay. And so before they realized she had been exposed, he was at a class that I attended, and their dog was too, and I petted the dog. So the time frame could go either way. Like it could be explained by the fact that I was exposed to COVID and I'm actually waiting on test results right now, or I could be pregnant. So like I said, I'm 2 days late. I'm having some cramping, like pretty constant cramping, but not quite as intense as period cramping. Like sometimes, I don't know how to explain it other than like sometimes I'll almost have like kind of the same pain as like a toothache, but in my uterus, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And that's typically what my period cramps are like. And what I'm having right now is not that. So I don't know if that could be like implantation or if I'm about to start my period like any day now. I'm not really sure, but I'll put my Whoop stats up here on the screen so you can see them along with what they usually are so that you can compare. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Usually I'm like clockwork, like on time. Even like last month, my first period after my miscarriage was the day that my app said it was going to start. It started like that morning at like 9 a.m. and that's normally how I am. So we'll see. I don't know. Oh, but the other thing is I'm not going to test until at least like several more days have passed and my period hasn't started yet, because I really don't want to catch something that's like so insanely early that it just kind of passes through. So yeah, so it's 2 days after my period was supposed to come. I'm probably gonna give it another 3 to 5 days, so I'm already going insane. Okay, so I just took 2 more tests, including one of a different brand, and I almost just picked up the side I peed on. This is the second test of the same brand, clear positive, like super duper clear positive. And then this is the CVS brand test. So this is super, super different from my first pregnancy, where I only ever got like a very, very, very faint positive. And it hasn't even been the full 3 minutes since I peed on the sticks, and the lines showed up pretty much right away. So it's pretty clear that I am pregnant. So I'm super excited. I'm also a little nervous. So if you guys, let's see, I'll probably post this video before I post about my miscarriage, which I did vlog the entire thing. Kind of for my posterity. Wasn't sure if I was gonna post it, but then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna post it just because there are a lot of people going through the same thing, so it might be helpful. I don't know. But yeah, if you saw my or if you see my other video when that comes out about the pregnancy that I ultimately miscarried, was just probably a chemical pregnancy, because I did get positives, but none of them were as strong as this. Like, I kind of had to be like, oh my gosh, I think it's positive, and like play with it in my camera app a little bit. Like, you could see a line, but it was kind of faint. But like, I almost picked up the P side again. But like that's just like, that's straight up, that's positive. So at this point I did call the doctor and I tried to set up an appointment. But last time the doctor told me when I had my miscarriage, she said that I could come in a little bit early once I get pregnant again, just to make sure everything's in proper order. But then they were like, they wanted to check with the doctor before they scheduled me early, because I guess if it's too early, then they can't see anything. So there's no point for me coming in that early. So they're gonna call me back, which hopefully they call me when Steven's not around, because I'm really trying to like play it cool around him. We like play fight a lot, like we'll wrestle and he'll pretend to like punch me in the stomach. Like it's all like all in the up and up. We've always been like this. We've always like wrestled, and like I'll tackle him and stuff. And so I keep trying to be like, whoa dude, like watch the stomach, without being too obvious. So not that he's like punching me in the stomach, this sounds so bad, but we wrestle a lot, and sometimes, you know, you can accidentally like whack someone harder than you mean to. So I'm just kind of like, stay away from the belly area. But yeah, I wasn't going to test. My missed period is only 3 days late, but I've been having a little bit of one-sided pain on one side of my uterus. And I know that that can sometimes be a sign of an ectopic pregnancy, where like the egg implants or like can't implant in the uterus and like is in the fallopian tube instead, which is not good. At that point, the pregnancy is not viable and you have to have it sometimes surgically removed. So I wanted to just test. So I could know like if I need to call the doctor, because if I am pregnant and I'm having that one-sided pain and I start bleeding, then yeah, they need to like figure out what to do. So yeah, I wasn't even gonna test today, and I was like, oh, it's still so early. Like last time they were super faint positives, even like several days after my missed period. But no, this is a super strong positive. But yeah, so the doctor is gonna call me back, and at this point the nurse who was helping me said that I'm starting my 5th week today. But then the app that I'm using said I'm like 4 weeks and 3 days. So I'm not 100% sure how far along I am, because I feel like I was further along last time. Like I was in the middle of my 5th week when I found out last time. I don't know. So I'm like 4 or 5 weeks along at this point. But yeah, so fingers crossed. Like I said, I'm super nervous, and I'm trying not to get like too excited, but at the same time like let myself be excited, because I really don't want a repeat of last time. At the same time though, like the positive is already so much stronger than it ever was last time, and they said that it's actually decently common for people to lose their first pregnancy.
So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I'm so excited. I'm super excited. Like, I feel like it's getting even darker and darker as time goes on. Like, that's super strong. And so is that. Like, there's no mistaking that at all. So I'll keep you guys updated. So I'm still waiting on the doctor's office to call me back so I can schedule my confirmation scan, which I'm really anxious to do because then I have something to count down to. Because, and you probably will know this because I'm planning to post this video after I would post my, hold on one sec. Okay, so I'm still waiting on the doctor to call me back about scheduling my confirmation scan, which I'm getting a little antsy about because I want to have something to start counting down to. I'm not telling Steven until after I have my confirmation scan because, and actually I'll probably post the video of me telling him I'm pregnant before I post this, but I need a sonogram picture for my plan for how I'm gonna tell him I'm pregnant. So, needless to say, I'm really anxious to get that whole process going. And like I said earlier, they can't see anything if I come in too early, but I would like to come in as early as I possibly can, just because this is like the one thing I get to do that's like for me, like me surprising him. Like he got to plan our proposal and even like planned most of our wedding and everything. So just at least with our first pregnancy, I really want to be able to tell him in a really fun, cute way in my own time. So that's just how I want to do things. But I can't start counting down and like finishing up getting ready of how I'm going to tell him until I know when my confirmation scan is, which is actually really funny because my sister-in-law earlier, she lives 3 doors down, she was like, yeah, my period's super late. And I was like, do you want to take a pregnancy test? She was like, yeah, sure. So she came over and took a pregnancy test today, which ended up being negative. But it was kind of funny because like if that was positive, like I would have found out I was pregnant on the same day she found out she was pregnant. But it was negative, and that was good for her because they're actively trying to not get pregnant. So happy times, happy times. But I'm having a lot of cramping, but not normal cramping. So even like I accidentally like bumped my stomach into something earlier and I was like, ooh, like it kind of like not took the wind out of me, but it was definitely like a little, oof, careful. But yeah, so my like uterus feels different than last time. Like I'm having a lot more cramping this time around than I did initially last time. And I'm imagining that's because it's actually implanting this time, which hopefully, you know, that's the goal and everything. But yeah, so it feels different for sure. I don't have like any other symptoms. I'm a little bit nauseated sometimes, but I was very nauseated last cycle and I wasn't pregnant then. So I don't know. I'm not nauseated at all. Like my boobs feel pretty much fine. Sometimes I'm like, was that soreness? Were my boobs just sore? But they're like, they're fine. Oh. I'm just like feeling my boobs on camera. I guess they're a tiny bit sore right now, which is more information than you needed. But yeah, I feel pretty much fine, just for the occasional like little twinge in my uterus. Like I mentioned earlier, I have some one-sided pain, which I'm a little concerned about and would really like for the doctor to call me back like ASAP for that. And then like some like sensitivity in my abdominal uterine area, I guess. So like Steven and I were goofing around and he accidentally like kneed me in the stomach a little bit and I was like, oh. So yeah, we will see. I'm definitely focusing on like holding things with an open palm this time around because I got really excited last time, which is fine. That's totally fine and that's normal. But I'm trying to focus more on being like, okay, like this isn't a for sure thing. Obviously, I'm really excited right now, and this is an awesome, amazing blessing. But at the same time, if this isn't the right time, then okay. So yeah, I am pregnant for today. and we will see what the future holds. But yeah, I decided to do my like cute little fun buns. I love my fun buns. Steven hates my fun buns, which is fine. But because it's a good day and I'm feeling good. And yeah. Actually, it was also funny because my cleaning ladies came today and they know that we're trying to get pregnant, and every time I see them, they're like, so are you pregnant yet? And so today, she's like cleaning the kitchen and she's like, so we pregnant yet? And I was like, nothing to report, I don't know. And yeah, so they actively, every single time they see me, ask if I'm pregnant yet. So actually the lighting is a lot better in here than it was over in the other place. But yeah, so not only did Lauren have to take a pregnancy test today, I was asked point blank today if I was pregnant. So yeah, I've decided this time, like last time I kind of told a couple people, like, you know, if I was at like the grocery store, I like would mention something to the cashier, just like people who aren't really involved in my life, you know. So last time I probably would have been like, yeah, I am pregnant actually, found out today, ha ha ha. But I kind of want to just keep it to myself this time. So I'm not telling anyone besides my doctor. And then I did post in my fertility app, just like an anonymous picture of my very strong positive pregnancy test from this morning. So yeah, guys, I'm so excited. I'm super excited. Yay. So the boob pain has officially started. It started this morning. At CrossFit, we have to start every single workout with a jog. And as soon as I started jogging, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, and now it's like, oh wow, my highlighter's like not cooperating. Yeah, now it's like boob ache city. So yeah, it's steadily, it started out at 0 yesterday and now we're probably at like a 4 today, a 3 or a 4. So going from a 0 to a 4 is a 5-point jump on a 10-point scale. Well, I guess that's including the 0, so it'd technically be an 11-point scale. You know what I mean? That's a pretty big jump. So hopefully it doesn't get too much worse, because this is not fun. This is not comfy. This is not fun or fresh. But it's okay. It's kind of exciting in a weird way. So. Okay, I'm about to go get my blood drawn because they're gonna take my blood today, which is Saturday, and then on Monday, and then measure my levels, my HCG levels. And that should tell us if like everything is kind of progressing normally at this point, because I should be only 5 weeks and 2 days pregnant, which is still super crazy to say, and I'm so excited. But yeah, since they know I was super anxious about having another miscarriage, and if I come in like now for an ultrasound, there's not really much they can see. My doctor suggested measuring my levels, so then we can at least tell while I'm sitting here waiting for my first ultrasound. We can at least tell if like, yes, implantation looks like it occurred, everything's looking pretty good. But yeah, and I decided to like do my makeup all cute, put in my cute little earrings. I even, yeah, got my little like purple lipstick going on. So I decided I want to feel cute. Also, there's a really cute squirrel crawling across my sidewalk right now. Oh my gosh, he's burying something. Cute. But yeah, I also re-dyed my hair yesterday, well, with overtones, so it's just conditioner that has some color in it. And it's a little darker than it was before, and I really like how it turned out. So, feeling cute, my little pregnant self. Now to go get my blood drawn, which I really hate. Okay. Steven was talking this morning about, he's like, I don't know if I'm ready for kids. I go back and forth, and I just want it to happen already. Like, I just want to know, you know? And I was like, yeah, you know, hon, this could be the month. And he goes, I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's not going to be this month. What if it takes years? And it took everything within me not to be like, I'm pregnant right now. So, and I look like I don't have hair because I have this like little bun. We're about to go on the motorcycle all the way out to Brighton, which is like 30 minutes away. But yeah, so I had to play it really cool because he was like, I just don't know, like I'm so impatient, I just want it to happen. Well, I got news for you, buddy.
So I just talked to the doctor. I called them because I got my blood drawn for the second time yesterday, and then I didn't hear anything back yet today. So I called them, which probably it was a little early, but at the same time I was really anxious to know, you know, if things look like they're developing normally, and it looks like they are. So my HCG levels, I don't remember exactly what the numbers were, but it looks like they doubled. Or like increase normally, which I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like double every 2 days. I don't know. But it looks like they are, like my HCG levels are going up. So that's good. I'm not having super crazy symptoms at this point. I feel super bloated. Like even, I feel like my face is more full today than yesterday, which is not fun. I don't like that, at all, like at all. So that really sucks. Like my chest is like intermittently sore. Like sometimes it's sore and other times it doesn't really bother me very much. But I'm really like veiny, which is gross. Like I have like darker, like I had a vein like in my shoulder popping out, and that was not like that before. So, but no nausea. Besides, I had a really weird episode in the middle of the night last night at probably like 3 a.m. I just remember like barely being conscious and feeling like I was gonna die. Like I felt like I had to throw up. My stomach was killing me. Like I felt like I had a lot of intestinal pain. It was really bizarre. And I don't know if it was just a weird nightmare, because I do have a lot of weird nightmares that seem real. Like I once had a dream that I had a lucid dream. Like I wasn't actually lucid dreaming, but I dreamed that I could control my dream, if that makes any sense. Like my dreams are like on another level. So I don't know if it was like a really weird, vivid dream, because I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, if I go to the bathroom and throw up, how am I going to hide that from Steven? He's going to know something's up, because he has been making all kinds of comments. Like he will like roll over and throw his arm over me in the mornings, and he hit me right in the stomach. And obviously I don't want to do that. And like, it's not like it's a hard weight or anything, but it's still like, I mean, he's not a small dude. Like he's got giant arms. So like a little bit of weight thrown on my stomach, I still don't like that very much. And he was like, what? There's nothing in there. And I was like, well, I was like, no, but you never know. So yeah, that's kind of how things have been going. I feel fine, but I remember waking up and being like so concerned. Like if I have to go throw up, how am I going to hide that from Steven? But I never once have I been like, I'm going to throw up, and I haven't thrown up at all. Like I've hardly had any nausea, and that kind of makes me a little nervous. But if my HCG levels are going up, then looks like, I mean, that's pretty much all I can ask for at this point. And then in like a week and a half, I have my first scan with the doctor, like just my confirmation appointment, which is when I'll get my sonogram picture, hopefully, which is then when I'll be able to tell Steven. So, because like I said, I have a really like elaborate way of telling him planned that I've literally been working on for almost a year. Like I started this project in December of last year. That's how long I've been working on this. So yeah, which if you're watching this, you've probably seen that video, but just in case you have not seen my announcement video, which I'll be filming in the future, but will be posted before this video is posted most likely. I got a watercolor scrapbook off Etsy. It's the cutest little thing. I'll throw a thing up here with the shop because they did an amazing job. It's like this cute leather bound journal that has, excuse me, that's the other thing. I'm having like a little bit of acid reflux, but not a ton. So it has like a compass stamped in the front of it, and then our initials stamped in the front at the bottom. And then the paper of the journal is actually watercolor paper. So what I've done is I've created like this watercolor scrapbook of all of our travels. So like a bunch of pictures, but then also I'll like try to paint like scenery, which I'm a very creative and artistic person, but my like artistic abilities are not that great. So the painting is very mediocre, but it's okay because it's for a good cause. It's for more than a good cause. It's for telling my husband he's gonna be a dad. That was the first time I said that out loud. Yeah, he's gonna be a dad. Yeah. So he's going to be thrilled. And I've been like teasing him a little bit and like trying to get him really excited. Like we were talking about it and he was like, yeah, I don't know. Cause I mentioned earlier in a vlog where he was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for kids. And then in the same conversation, he was like, no, I'm just so excited. I want it to happen now. So I've been trying to like hype him up a little bit and be like, yeah, well, like when it does happen, how excited are you going to be? Like, what if this is our month? Like trying to like get him really excited. So then when I tell him in a week and a half, then he'll be super excited because like, he literally said, he was like, I think I'm not gonna know how to handle it, so like don't expect a big reaction. So if you're watching this now, go check out his reaction and compare that to his prediction of his reaction. But yeah, so and then it's my friend Julia just had her baby yesterday morning, little Vera. And sent me some pictures of her. And so I'm like all the baby fever right now. And I wanted to tell her, I almost told her like, hey, oh my gosh, like I was pregnant when I took your maternity pictures. Cause I took her maternity pictures, like 2 weeks ago. Her baby wasn't due for another like 2 weeks or so. And she came super, super early. So yeah. Yeah, I'm having a hard time not like telling people. Like yesterday when I got a Starbucks, I was like, oh yeah, it needs to be decaf because I'm pregnant. Just like telling people where it doesn't really matter if they know because I don't know them. I have no problem with that because it's just kind of like a fun little like I get to practice saying I'm pregnant before I tell people that I really truly care about. Not that I don't care about random people like the Starbucks barista. Of course I care about them, but you know what I mean. I'm going on 7 minutes. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. And I have no makeup on today and I'm super bloated. So we got like a really cute look going on today. And my hair's faded too, so it looks really orangey. It's just a really cute look. And I'm sitting here in the Fresh Time parking lot just hoping and praying that like none of the cashiers I know come out and catch me talking to myself on camera in the car. So, all right, that's my little update. So far, so good. The doctor's gonna call me in a little bit just to go over the results with me, but the nurse, when I called, said that to her things look good, but she'll confirm with the doctor and then they'll call and talk to me. So yeah, yay. I'm so concerned about like annoying the doctor. I know that's ridiculous, and it's not like I'm calling every 10 minutes or like every hour. Like, are they in yet? Are my results in yet? Why has no one called me back? Like, yeah. So, all right, that's my update for today. A week and a half until my confirmation scan. I'm so excited. So I'm 5 days and 6 days, or 5 weeks and 6 days, I think, right now. And I'm still not really having many symptoms. The biggest thing is my boobs, literally and figuratively. Like, they're giant right now. I'm surprised that my husband hasn't noticed. I'm surprised like no one has noticed. Like literally not one person has been like, your boobs look really big. They're giant. They're giant and they're getting really annoying. They're sore. So that's really, really fun. And I just had to order a special sports bra because I'm having issues keeping them in place while I'm working out. So that kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it keeps making me laugh because I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is so stupid. Steven and I went on the motorcycle the other day and I was literally like going like this when we were in a particular area that was really bumpy because they hurt. So it's not like excruciating pain. It's not like really bad or anything. It just is annoying enough to, you know, kind of get in the way of things. This boy is, I'm cleaning out my closet right now, so that's what's going on here. But look at this boy. Look how cute he is. He's the sweetest boy. My other dog, Scarlet, she has been my little buddy lately, and normally she doesn't like me very much. Like, she likes me, but she loves Steven. Like, Steven is her guy, and me, she tolerates me. But lately, right, Scarlet? Right, Bubba? Right, honeys? Oh, Blue's like, no, pay attention to me. She has been kind of extra snuggly with me lately. And I was like, wow, what's going on? And Steven was like, she knows you're pregnant. And I was like, and he goes, yeah, you're probably pregnant because I just had my period, according to Steven, like last week. And so he's like, you're already pregnant. I know it. But then like the next minute he'll be like, I just don't think it's our time yet. It's really bizarre. I think he's really excited and he just doesn't know how to handle himself. But he's like, he keeps saying, he's like, you're already pregnant. I know it. I know you're pregnant. And like yesterday I started crying. I was like,
Steven, I'm just really upset that I'm not pregnant, okay? Like, can you just stop talking about it? And he felt so bad. But like somehow I had the waterworks ready to go. So yeah, I'm really trying to throw him off the trail, off the trail. 1 week and 1 day until my scan, and then I can tell him, and I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. He already knows about the scrapbook. I've just presented it as like, oh, I'm just making you this cute scrapbook so that you can remember our trips, because he worked so much on all of our trips that we've been on that he didn't really get a chance to enjoy and actually experience the trips. So he literally will be like, I have no memories from like Guatemala and Barcelona because I was just working the entire time, which is really sad. So this scrapbook is twofold. So one, it'll kind of put a bunch of memories in place so he can flip through and remember the things that we did. And then also at the end, it'll tell him he's gonna be a dad. So I'm super pumped. I had a little tiny bit of nausea this morning, and Stephen, how do I put this? He is like the little kid who would accidentally squeeze a kitten to death because he loved it so much. Like, that's how he can kind of get with me sometimes. Like, he'll just squeeze me so tight, and he'll just be like, oh, I love you. Like, in the mornings, he likes to snuggle, and snuggling is more like WWE. He'll be like, ah, and like fall on me and just give me a hug. And so he was like repeatedly like pushing me, going, love me, love me, love me. He's like a little kid in the morning sometimes. And so I was like, okay, stop, like I'm gonna throw up. So, but it's very rare when I have even like the tiniest little twinge of nausea. And when I do, it goes away pretty quickly. Oh shoot, I just like dragged lipstick across my cheek. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, we're good. Uh-oh. Okay, so I got this new lipstick from Ulta the other day. I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. I really like the color, but it's matte, so it dried my lips out like crazy. So I put a little bit of lip gloss on, or like lip balm. I have this really amazing, let's see if I have it in my pocket, this peach lip balm, which if you know me, I'm obsessed with all things peach. Yeah, multi-balm peach 101 ointment from Lana Lips, and it's amazing. She's throwing a fit right now. She does this when she wants attention. Yes, you're such a good boy. Scarlett, what are you doing? Bang. 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 Good girl. So I put that peach balm on, and now it, like, I really like how it, like, the effect it gave, but now it's smudging. My goodness, she's crazy. So that is my update for the day. 5 weeks and 5 or 6 days, I don't remember, and exactly 1 week and 1 day until I get my scan. And then I'll tell Steven, and I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yay. So, oh, he just really wants, he looks at me like this all the time. Blue, you're so cute. You're such a cute boy. He's the best dog. Get a pit bull. They're amazing. He's such a cutie. Are you the nicest boy? You are. You're such a sweet boy. You're such a sweet boy. Give me a kissy. Come on, give me a kissy. Oh, thank you. All right, so that's it for now. Yay! It is officially week 6 of my pregnancy. I'm super, super excited. But just, I wanted to show you guys really quick. Oh, it looks like I can't switch my camera while I'm recording. That's really stupid. But I'm almost done with my watercolor scrapbook, so I wanted to show you guys what I have been working on. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop and flip the screen so you can actually see it. This is my scrapbook. This is the last page that I spent like a couple hours doing yesterday because the water took me a really long time, because I did a lot of dark blue and then a lot of like this teal color, and then I did a lot of like regular water and just like mixed it all together. So then the page was sopping wet. So it took a couple hours to dry before I was able to actually glue the pictures on. But this is how much I have done so far. Let me move this. I have this little like double-sided blanket that I got from Pink that I use as my painting cloth, and it's like almost like a tarp on this side, and then it's soft on this side, so it's a great picnic blanket, but it's also really good for painting. And then here are my watercolors. I really like the tubes because I kind of use them like acrylics sometimes. But yeah, so I'm really, really excited. I will probably do like 2 or 3 more pages. And then obviously the final page telling Steven he's gonna be a dad with the little sonogram picture that'll go like right here. So I've been working on this for literally almost an entire year. I came up with the idea while we were on a plane to LA last December. So a client flew us out there. So I kind of had been thinking about, because we'd been talking about trying to have kids. And so I was starting to already think about how I wanted to tell, oh, my dog's out there pooping. I started thinking about how I wanted to tell him. And then when we were on the plane, just somehow this idea popped into my head. So yeah, I'm really excited. This page didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, or how I wanted it to at all. Like this page turned out really cool with like the watercolors and everything, but then this page just looks kind of bad. I was trying to practice my flowers and they just like did not work out. So, but yeah, so I'm almost done, and I've been building up that I'm almost done with it. Like I keep telling Steven, yeah, I think I should be able to be done with my scrapbook by next week, and then I can finally show you. And he's like, oh yeah, cool, because he's known about this the entire time. So yeah, but I will do a full flip through, which will probably be uploaded before this anyways. But you guys, I'm so excited. Today my baby is the size of a sweet pea, and I'm pumped, and my boobs hurt so badly. Oh my word, she's still pooping out there. Tomorrow's my appointment. I'm super, super excited. And I realized this morning on the way to CrossFit that today is the last day Steven is not gonna know that he's a dad. So I'm really excited. Yeah, my symptoms haven't been too bad. I ended up getting a special bra to work out that like zips up in the front, and it's supposed to be super high impact. And that has made a world of a difference, except on the first day, I didn't realize that there were hooks to help keep it closed. I just used the zipper, so in the middle of my workout, my bra completely unzipped and I had to run to the bathroom, which was really awkward. I don't think anyone noticed because like I was wearing a tank top over top of it, but still, it was not a good experience. But yeah, besides that, I've been having a teeny bit of nausea every once in a while, and that's it. Nothing too crazy. So hopefully that means that everything is working properly and growing properly. But yeah, so I'm finishing up the scrapbook today, and then I also have left these cameras on the couch for a couple of days just so Steven gets used to seeing them there. Because the plan is to have him sit there and the cameras will be here, because I'm selling this camera. So, and I just took my friend's maternity pictures with this camera. So the plan is I've left them there for a couple of days so that Steven will get used to seeing them there. And he's been like, Rachel, can you please put those away? And like my MO is kind of to be like, yeah, sure, I'll get to it. And then like a week later, it's still sitting there, which I'm working on. I'm working on it. But yeah, so the plan was to just be like, yeah, I'll get it. So then tomorrow when I sit down to show him the scrapbook and there's cameras there, he won't notice them because they will already have been sitting there for a couple of days, and he's already made comments about them, asking me to put them away. So yeah, in 24 hours we'll get to see my little babe, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm in the doctor's office and I'm about to have my scan, and I'm so excited. And I finished my scrapbook last night, so all it's waiting for is a sonogram picture. So then as soon as I get home and Steven has a break from calls, I'm gonna tell him. Yay. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
excited. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm excited. That was really cool. My doctor said everything's looking really good, and I got to see baby's little heartbeat, which was crazy. So yeah, everything's looking really good at this point. My due date is May 28th. Yeah, so now I get to go tell Steven.